Right, this is the pause. Now let's settle. Let's start from the Komfo Teaching Hospital because it's a matter of life and death. Now, medical doctors at the Oncology Department of the Komfo Teaching Hospital have abandoned consulting rooms in protest over delayed fixing of a critical equipment in service delivery. The linear accelerator system used for radiotherapy services has been malfunctioning since October 2023, adversely impeding the diagnosis and treatment of cancer cases. According to management, the machine has been repaired but remains non-operational due to delayed access to water fountain needed to calibrate the system. But the doctors say they are frustrated by the delayed fixing of the equipment. First, take a listen to relatives of some patients seeking treatment.
It's not helping them because they are saying their machine is not working. And looking at my mom's condition, we can't go home. Like, we are staying at Obuasi, we can't go home and come back again. Like, it's a whole lot, so they should do something about it for us.
I mean, looking at the condition of your mom, she's even struggling to get inside the car.
Yes.
Do you think that you can go and come back some other time?
No, it's not helping. We came last week and they said she should go and do something. So let me say for the past 3 weeks, she has not been here, so she's suffering. I'm even in school and I came back home. So that's not helping us. So
okay, they are still on strike. They are still on strike. The doctors are not coming. They are not working. Today, only one doctor is working. So it is true.
How is it affecting you?
Yeah, really, it is affecting us. We are being affected because my wife is seriously sick and there's no doctor taking care of him. There's no doctor. So we are being affected. Yes, we are being affected. We see some patients over here and even most of them they have gone and most of them are not coming because of the strike. So we are being affected.
What's the option for you?
My option is government should pay attention to them because they are saying that their machines that they are using has got spoiled. And they have been complaining the doctors are not paying attention. The government is not paying attention. So my option is the government should come in to see their needs and then provide for them to do their work. Yeah.
So that is the situation for some patients who are there to seek treatment at the Oncology Department of the Komfo Teaching Hospital. Meanwhile, documents are available to join show steps by the hospital management to address the concern of the health workers, including a $109,000 letter of credit established by the hospital for the equipment procurement. My colleague Nana Boachi Yadom joins us from the Oncology Department with the very latest. Now, Nana, you're welcome to the poll. So how is this strike by doctors at a section of the hospital impacting service delivery at the Oncology Department?
Well, Elton, the strike is really biting hard at the Komfo Teaching Hospital, particularly at the Oncology Department of the hospital. Most of the patients, cancer patients specifically, who are coming in need treatment have been asked to go back home. Some of them who had booked the appointment dates with doctors today, who are to come and see their doctors, have also been asked to return. For referrals, they are not accepting referrals at all. And so patients who are now coming in for the very first time to the Oncology Department to have an engagement with doctors to assess and determine and even to treat their cancer would have to go back home because the doctors have refused to even sit down to attend to these patients who have been referred to the Oncology Department of the hospital. And so from our engagement and observation, from what we've learned from the hospital's Department of Oncology, we can clearly say that it is really biting hard, especially on cancer patients, those on critical condition who need medical attention at the moment.
So let us understand what exactly their concerns are. Is it because just a single machine is malfunctioning the reason why they are not attending to patients?
Well, their concern is with the linear accelerator. The accelerator, we are being told, got spoiled somewhere in October 2023. Reports were made to the management of the hospital and government generally. Management swiftly attended to the linear accelerator. Although they did come in with some form of repair, the water phantom, which is needed for calibration, is not functioning. And so it makes it difficult for doctors to attend to these cancer patients. Now, they claim that with the absence of the water phantom, they are unable to treat and even detect cancer patients, whether or not they do have their cancer, and even to prescribe treatment for them. This makes it very difficult for them to even sit down to engage these patients. Moreover, a lot of them are still coming in. And so for them to be able to attend to these patients and for them to even be able to, for the first time or first of it all, detect cancer, they need a water phantom to be functioning very well to make sure that the linear accelerator in itself is also functioning. And so it is because of the more functioning linear accelerator, a huge machine needed to treat or to detect and treat cancer. That is why they are embarking on this strike.
And so they are not attending to anybody at all?
As we speak, they are not attending to anyone at all. One doctor is at the hospital. He's engaging some of the patients, telling them what they are going through. In fact, if you get to the hospital or to the oncology department, it will be very difficult for them to detect whether or not you have cancer and even prescribe treatment for you. And so if you go there, they would not have anything to do because the machine is not working. And so they cannot treat you and they cannot even attend to you in any way whatsoever.
And so the management of the hospital, I mean, Nana, tell us, were they aware of this strike? Or they are just getting to understand it?
They are very much aware because our engagement with the Deputy Medical Director, Dr. Yaolabi, he told us that somewhere last month is when the doctors had threatened to embark on this strike. But then documents available to us, and even what they told us is that they are taking in steps to ensure that they purchase a new water phantom machine to also fix the linear accelerator to make it functional. But then they are unable to do that because it will take a lot of time, especially for the accreditors. It will take a lot of time. They do not. The machine is not fixed or even purchased anywhere in Africa. They have to do that in Belgium. And so if they would have to get the machine fixed properly for these doctors to use, it would really take so much time. They have engaged the doctors on the steps they need to take, and also to consider the fact that the lives of patients will be at stake. And so the strike would have to be cut short. But then the doctors, on the other hand, say they are embarking on this strike because it is making their work difficult, especially with the absence of this linear accelerator and its water phantom needed for calibration. And
the management said that in fact we are hoping to speak to the public relations officer of the Konfanoti Teaching Hospital, Kwame Frimpong. But what they told us at midday, they are saying that even in the absence of this machine, the doctors can work effectively.
Well, when we engaged some of these doctors, most of them were coming in to pack up their things and leave the hospital and oncology department. They told us that for them, it is going to be very difficult. I did put the question to them that Mr. Kwame Frimpong had said on Joy that they can still embark on their work or they can still take up checks on cancer patients, even with the absence of this water phantom and even the linear accelerator itself. But they tell us that for detection, they need the linear accelerator, and then for treatment, they need the linear accelerator, especially its water phantom. And so if they do not have a functioning machine, it is going to be very difficult for them to go on or continue with their work at the oncology department, although Kwame Frimpong says otherwise.
Nana Abachi Adon, thank you very much. But we'll come back to you when there's development on it. We're also trying to establish contact with the public relations officer with the Konfanoti Teaching Hospital, Kwame Frimpong. But let's stay with matters relating to health, because the health minister is in the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi, and exactly where this development is taking place. That's the Konfanoti Teaching Hospital. The oncology department has been shut down because doctors say that the machine available for them to do their work and do it effectively is malfunctioning and they cannot be up to the task. The reason why people who've gone there today to seek health care have been turned away. Let me bring in Nana Ojima, who is also joining me on another leg of this tour by the health minister. Nana, so where exactly are you with this tour by the health minister?
Presently, the health minister is at the Bakwai municipal hospital not long ago, he had an interaction with staff of the Bekwai Hospital. As you can see, the meeting finished not too long ago, and they are now outside taking some group photos. Unfortunately, we are yet to have the minister in a one-on-one interview. If possible, we will have to bring to him, to his attention, what is happening presently at Konfanoche Teaching Hospital. And if he has some answers to these issues, he will bring it forth for our viewers on Joy News. But so far, the minister has been visiting some facilities in the Ashanti region. First, he went to the Sewua Hospital, which is now under construction. The 250-bed capacity hospital, when completed, will be Ashanti region's, the regional hospital for the Ashanti region. And according to him, he will make sure that in the next 3 months, that is 90 days, that facility will be completed. He has given contractors 2 months, that is 60 days, for them to complete all the work that they have to do there. Contractors are assured that they are on top of issues, and they will ensure that in the next 60 days, they deliver. What they are saying is that the challenges had to do with utilities. One, electricity supply, there was a challenge with electricity supply. Two, water supply to the facility there were also challenges in that area. And third, one of the challenges had to do with internet connectivity. Firstly, the electricity supply, they are dealing with it. Then what they are saying is that there is a substation being built in the area, and in about 2 weeks, this substation will be completed. And when it is completed, the hospital will get all the energy or power that it needs to ensure that the machines that have been fixed in the Sewua Regional Hospital, they are functioning very well, so that the facility could be operationalized. Immediately that is done, other works that the final touches will be done. According to the contractors, they are 99% complete with the project. It means that after 2 months, they will be able to hand over the facility to the Ministry of Health, and the ministry will go ahead to allow the Ghana Health Service take over and ensure that they gradually move in their staff and do all necessary to ensure that this facility is operationalized. Immediately after the visit to the Sewua Government Hospital, the team moved straight to the Bekwai Hospital, which is already in operation. It's one of the hospitals that was started under the previous NPP government, and not long ago it was completed, and work started here at the Bekwai Hospital. He's been asking the staff how they've been faring in this new hospital, and according to the people within that we met here at the hospital, the patients who had come here to seek medical care, things are very good. But the hospital administration has also been putting across some challenges, including electricity supply. They say that there's a challenge there, and they will need a substation installed here as well. The minister has assured that he will work with all the necessary government agencies to ensure that all that they need here to ensure the full functioning of this facility is provided for the hospital.
So Nana Ajimaso, as you speak, the minister, is he aware that the oncology department of the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital doctors are on strike, complaining about some machines that, according to them, is not fit to be used to run the department?
At the moment, it is unclear if he is aware. We are yet to get an exclusive interview with him, or one-on-one interview with him. And if we get that, we will ensure that we put that question across and listen to what he has to say, if he is aware what they are doing about it. But what I know is that tomorrow he's scheduled to visit the hospital, and I'm sure that since this issue is now in the public domain, he will also speak on it tomorrow to the various authorities at the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital. But very soon we'll have an interview with him, and we'll also put that across and get his response. I don't know if he is aware of what is happening presently at the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital.
But this story he's embarking on, I'm sure that, managers of these hospitals, the Sewua Hospital, the Afari Hospital, I'm sure managers of these hospitals must be tired with these visits, because, minister upon minister, they've all been there. The facilities are at where they are. The question is about commitment to the assurances that you are providing and how feasible that will be. Knowing very well, this will be the first time a Minister of Health has visited some of these projects.
Exactly. To us, the media, we've been on this tour for quite a while now. The previous Minister for Health also went to some of these facilities to inspect the facilities and also gave assurance. Even the president himself has been there, but even after all these visits, we are yet to see these facilities operational. But according to him, since the power, which was the main issue, has been fixed, he says that under his tenure, he will ensure that this is done. So it's just an assurance that he's been given to the people of the region that he is focused on ensuring that this facility, that the Sewa government hospital, the regional hospital for the Ashanti region, is operational in the next 3 months.
All right, Danaya Ojima, so we'll leave it here for now, but we'll touch base again in the region. We're hoping to speak to the public relations officer with the Konfanoche. All right, so we have the public relations officer with the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital, Mr. Kwame Frimpong, joined us via phone. Mr. Frimpong, so what is the management doing to get doctors at the oncology department back to work? Yes, Mr. Kwame Frimpong, I was asking what management of Konfanoche is doing to get doctors at the oncology department back to work.
All right. So this is the background. When the responsibility of the crime preventive maintenance contract was transferred into the hospital, management took a series of steps to seek the approval of the Public Procurement Authority. We were granted approval for source of a former contract, crime preventive maintenance contract, was entered into with the company that is in charge of the maintenance of the equipment. That contract was signed and is costing the hospital $210,000 per annum. The company sent down this team of engineers to do the maintenance. After the maintenance, the equipment was supposed to be calibrated before it could be used to treat patients. Unfortunately, the equipment that is used for the calibration of the machine, that the LINAC machine, was found to be damaged. And so we need to go to another procurement cycle to get a new one. But even we knew it was going to take a while, so we started making some efforts to get the interim solution. Our in-house team of engineers were tasked to see if it could be repaired because they have given us that indication. They tried, it didn't work. We also tried to contact the manufacturer of that equipment, it's called Water Phantom. We were told that it was an older version, they don't support maintenance services, that equipment again. We tried to get our counterpart at Kolebu Teaching Hospital to see if they could lend us their Water Phantom so that we could use it to do the calibration and start using it for the treatment of cancer patients. The feedback we got was that the equipment was too fragile, it was too sensitive, and we were not sure it would come to Kumasi and get back to Accra without suffering damage. So we didn't get that option. So the only option for us was to procure a new Phantom, Water Phantom. The cost was $110,000, almost $110,000. It was not part of the budget of the hospital, but because of the critical importance that management attaches to the restoration of radiotherapy services at the oncology department, the management tried to get the $110,000 for the establishment of a letters of credit to procure this item. This is an international transaction, and you cannot just pick money and go and buy that equipment. You need to go through a process because you're a public service institution and there are laws regulating our operation. We made that money available to our bankers, and with the back and forth in the establishment of the letters of credit took a while. All these steps, the doctors concerned were made aware. In fact, their chief medical officer, who is a member of the managing team of that department, is the one who is coordinating all these arrangements for management.
Right.
The head of directory, the part of the people who are constantly copied in all the emails regarding this arrangement. Besides this, there have been a series of meetings, especially when management was informed that the doctors were trying to go on strike. There have been a series of meetings that have been held between management and the doctors concerned, between the medical director's office and the doctors concerned, and between the directed management team and the doctors concerned, all to update them about the efforts that management has been taking to get the equipment back on stream. Unfortunately, in spite of all this engagement, they still decided yesterday that they would down their tools. The doctors, these are not working, but we have a team of doctors who are holding the fort pending the resolution of this issue.
Mr. Report, will you say that the doctors are acting in bad faith?
Everything within its power to get the equipment restored, and that it is not because of some inaction of management that has resulted in this impasse. And the doctors are aware of all the efforts that are going on. Some of the things are beyond the power of management. For example, letters of credit. What was management's responsibility? It was to get the money available. And I've told you $110,000 has been available for the procurement of this equipment.
Yes.
What is left was the establishment of letters of credit. That was successfully done last week. And the general expectation is that the pledge given to us by our supplier, as soon as it is notified of the receipt of this letter of credit, the equipment can be airlifted to Ghana within 3 days.
So Mr. Rimpon, based on what you've told me and the sequence of events, and then knowing very well the doctors were involved in every step of the way, will you say that their action is in bad faith?
Management is shocked that they will take such an action because, as I've indicated, there have been multiple attempts, multiple engagements, all aimed at updating them, and even where there have been difficulties, like in the establishment of the letters of credit, the supplier kept changing the test because they wanted it to be in a particular style and form, because depending on how you craft it, it has tax implications, it has insurance implications. At every step of the way, their HOD was copied, their chief medical officer was copied, the meetings that would help in this information was passed on to them to indicate that the delays are not as a result of inaction on the part of the hospital, but that because this is an international trade and international transaction, we need to go through a certain process to get all the right things done. And they were duly informed. So management is shocked that they will still down their tools because of the delays.
But lives are at stake here. How soon will you get this machine in town?
We've done our part. Look, we needed to go for PPA approval. We did. We needed to enter into a planned preventive maintenance contract. We did at the cost of $210,000 a year. We needed to procure a new phantom by getting the money. We did. That money was going to be part of 2024 budget. $110,000. How many state institutions can mobilize that money when it's not even part of the budget? Management has done all. Look, management is concerned. And I guess the management is even more concerned than the doctors. Elton, it is about patient care.
Right.
And even beyond this, look, we signed a planned preventive maintenance for $210,000 a year. The equipment is down. We are not generating money. How are you going to pay? So even besides patient care, there are other situations that will even make management more concerned about getting the equipment back on stream as soon as possible. And as I've indicated, whatever management was supposed to do, it has been done. And I'm telling you, if even the doctors, they should ascend to the position of management and become the CEOs and directors. There's nothing else that they can do apart from what management has been able to do so far. It's done everything by the book. It's just that it's an international transaction, and at a certain point in time, you have to allow the process to mature. Other than that, apart from that, there's nothing else you can do. And the good news is that our supplier has clearly indicated that the equipment can be airlifted to Ghana in 3 days once they get the notification. Today, our Director of Finance sent a reminder to our bank to inform their counterpart bank, that's the intermediary bank of the supplier, that they've sent the letters of credit and that they should notify the supplier so that I can deliver on its pledge of airlifting the equipment to us in 3 days. So for now, that is what we are pushing, and that's the extent management can go. There's no way that anybody can point that the management was supposed to do this to write this letter, to make this funds available, and management failed to do. Management has done everything possible. And I've told you that about the effort that we made internally to get a temporary solution. And all this have been communicated to them.
Is it, I know you are busy, so let me wrap this up here. Is it the case that in the absence of this machine, the center cannot operate at all?
That is not the case. That is not the case at all. There are other means of treating cancer. And in fact, it's not even the directorate that is on strike. If you come to the center, there are patients there. We have transgender who are see patients at the so it's only a with doctors, nurses, the medical assistants, the rest of the staff are all there providing for the therapy and other hormonal therapies that are being given to the people with cancer conditions, and they'll be attended to. It's only the radiotherapy section of the services that is down for the time being.
So are you continuing talks with them whilst we wait for the delivery of this machine?
We've met them several times. Management is ready to meet with them again. We would engage, and I'm very sure they themselves will tell you that the request for engagement has come more from management than from them. Because management has always tried to provide information to them, to update them of the efforts that are being made. And it's just regrettable that they will still ignore these overtures and decide to go on strike.
All right, Mr. Kwame Frimpong, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. He is the Public Relations Officer with the Komfo Teaching Hospital. The leadership of the doctors who are on strike at the Oncology Department of the Komfo Teaching Hospital, they are unavailable for comments for now. But as you heard the PRO say, they are engaging them to get them back to work because lives are at stake here. That's about health for now. Let me see.